The Canadian Card Collector here, and welcome back to day 287 of a daily deck review. And the deck that we're taking a look at today is the Plum Blossom Tally Ho playing cards. So, with no further ado, let's take a look and see what we get. Here we have the Plum Blossom Tally Ho playing cards still in like a glossy finish top box, just not the standard glossy finish. So you got more of like a satin gloss for like the outside, like most of the tuck box is in that like satin gloss. As you can see here, with like the white with like the little flowers on it. It's like a semi kind of gloss, like a more like satin. And then for like the rest of it, you got like that kind of like salmon kind of color, like the pinkish red kind of color there. Is in like a more high gloss there. So if I put it in the light, you can see that it's more glossy there, more of a high gloss. Then you got the blue there, which is more of like a kind of like a metallic. It's slightly, it might be slightly metallic. I'm not entirely. Yeah, it kind of looks a little metallic. But then it says Plum Blossom, the Tally Ho playing cards 2022. So pretty much a standard Tally Ho kind of like tuck box. And you got like the white, you got that like salmon kind of reddish pink color, and then you got a little bit of a light blue there. And these are from 2022 because it says 2022 right there. On the side, it says Linoid Finish, made in the USA. Other side says the United States Playing Card Company. On the bottom, you got the barcode and a little bit of corporate information. It says Tally Ho 2022. The United States Playing Card Company, made in the USA, with the little recycling logo. On the back, you got a sneak peek of that back design, and it is the circle back edition. On the top, it says Cardistry number 6. On the tuck flap, you just got some more corporate information there, that light blue colorway. On the inner tuck flap, you just got that glossy finish there. Well, I guess for the sides of the box, they're more like they're pretty much like a standard glossy finish, just like the front of it. I guess it looked a little bit more matte, like satin, but anyway, yeah, yeah. On the inner tuck flaps, there was just that white gloss. Now if we take the cards out of the box, on the inside top box, it is fully custom, so you got that like kind of like like more of the glossy white with all those like plum blossom flowers in there, and that like pinkish red colorway, and that goes all the way through the inside of the tuck box. Always nice to see custom interiors. Just that little extra detail makes the deck a little bit more special and fun. Now that we took a look at the tuck box, time to take a look at the cards. First, we'll start with the backside. Here we have a borderless mirrored Tally Ho circle back design here. And it's pretty much a standard like Tally Ho circle back. There's a borderless version. You got that circle design there with the little kind of little flowery kind of design there, and then you got the flowers there on either side and that little triangle there. And it is like that blue and like reddish pink kind of colorway. On camera it looks more like an orangish red, but I guess it is like kind of more of a red, but it's like a pinkish red kind of hue to it. And that light blue with the white background behind it there. And then if you were to flip it over, it would be the same design in both directions. But now for the cards you get with the deck. Here we start with the first standard Tally Ho Joker there. It says Joker Joker on one corner and two corners, and then it says Tally Ho in the other two corners. You got the standard like Tally Ho character there. If I didn't just slide out of my hands, so we'll pick that back up and we'll try that once again. So we have that classic Tally Ho character there, just in like a light blue and that like salmon kind of color. So he's got like the blue outline. It's like the standard character with like the whip there, and like the little hat and the boots on. So he has like the light blue kind of outlined body there, and then like the salmon like hat and pants. And then for the second Joker, it's an identical Joker. It says Joker Joker there, and Tally Ho. The Tally Ho and Tally Ho are in that red colorway instead of like the light blue. And then he has like the reverse, so the colors are just reversed on here. So same design for the Jokers, just reversed colorway. And then for the other two cards, you get a blank face. And then you get a double backer of that back design. Then you got the custom Ace of Spades, which is like standard, pretty much the standard Tally Ho Ace of Spades, which is Tally Ho playing cards. You got that fancy spade with like the little whips on either side there. And then you got like the little nine of diamonds, little reveal inside that says Plum Blossom, the United States Playing Company, made in USA there at the bottom. And then the spades are in that light blue colorway. And all the cards have like in the corners you can see it has like little plum blossom flowers in the two corners there, two opposite corners of like little numbers and pips there. So all the cards have that. And the rest of the deck is pretty much just a standard like Tally Ho deck. Like they're just standard faces. There's the spades are just in that light blue color and they'll have that little flower in the corner. And so the spades are just pretty standard. And we get to the court cards, Jack, Queen, and King of Spades. And they're just standard court cards, just in that like the pinkish red and blue colorway. And the blue, it might be slightly metallic there. Then you got the diamonds, which are in that plum blossom colorway, like the pinkish red colorway. All the diamonds are that, and they're just standard diamonds. And then you got the court cards once again, Jack, Queen, and King of Diamonds, fully standard, just in that like that red and blue colorway. And then you got the clubs, standard clubs, and the court cards are standard, just in that reddish pink and light blue colorway. And the rest of the clubs are just standard clubs, just in the light blue colorway for the clubs. And lastly, the hearts, Jack, Queen, and King of Hearts, fully standard, just in that reddish pink and light blue color once again. And the hearts are in that reddish pink colorway, standard hearts. And now that we took a look at the cards, time to test the handling. And first we'll start with the springs. And I'm going to say pretty nice springs, a little slippery. A few slid out of my hands, or flew out of my hands. But they seem to be pretty nice and smooth. They got a nice flex to it. Like they're not like super bendy, but they're pretty nice. Like anyone could easily like spring these, because they're not like super stiff, which is pretty nice. So overall, pretty smooth and clicky, like springs there. Really pretty springy. Well, now we'll move on to the fans. And as you can see, you got that nice fan there with like the blue and white like little ribbon at the top, and then you have like the red there in the middle, and then a little bit more white, and then more red there. Which is pretty nice. And now for the other way. And what's this way, because like the faces, they just have the normal like numbers there in the corners, but the other way has like the little flowers, so you can like do two style fans. So here's the first style. It's like the white here at the top, and then a little red bar there at the bottom. And if you will do it to a reverse fan, I'm not really like, super good at reverse fans, but you can kind of see it if I do it. Because you got like the red at the top and like the white in the middle. And so you got a little bit of an idea. As you can see, they spread pretty evenly. You can see most of the pips and the numbers. There's no real stickiness or clumsiness to the cards. Pretty consistent overall. And now on to the Pharaoh. As you can see, the Pharaoh pharaohed flawlessly there. Super smooth. Now for the giant fan of that back design. Now for that reverse Pharaoh. And And the reverse feel was not as smooth. I had to slide them and push them together, and the interlocks are not perfectly. But anyways, we'll try to do a giant fan of the faces. That kind of worked. Now time for the riffle shuffle or bridge shuffle. Straight away, they felt fantastic right off that first one. So that's a pretty good indicator. Well, the riffle shovels and bridge shovels seem to be pretty smooth right out of the bat. No issues there with those riffle shuffles. Except for that, that's just human error, not the card's fault. My own fault, but they're still pretty smooth. Now time for a few packet cuts. Well, like I say, the packet cuts are pretty nice and smooth. There, they pack it pretty good. They're not overly slippery. Maybe a little bit slippery. If you have a good grip, then they're pretty good. Packet cuts. Now time for the one-handed cut or Australia cut. Now time for that spread fan. And yeah, I just did the spread fan. So now we're going to do the dribble because I just did that in the reversed order by accident. But now time for the dribble. Well, like I say, the dribbles are pretty smooth. Not like really any like major clumpiness or stickiness to them. Maybe a little bit of clumpiness, like when you have like the faces up. At least for me, I feel a little bit of clumpiness. Not like, it's nothing like concerning, just I can notice a little bit. But the more you work them in, the less you'll feel that. I don't feel it too much, but I do a little bit here and there. But overall, the pack cuts, the dribbles are nice and smooth. And now lastly, spread the cards on the table. Well, I gotta say, this has been a pretty fun and nice and colorful custom Tally Ho deck. Overall, fantastic design. It's a classic Tally Ho circleback design, borderless design there. And then for those faces, you got the diamonds and the hearts, which are that like kind of like reddish pink kind of colorway, more like a salmon kind of color. And then the the clubs and the spades are that light blue colorway. And all the cards have that little flower design in the corner, nice little fans. They make a good looking fan. So well, a pretty nice colorway to the already well known and Tally Ho's. A nice colorway with the blue and the reddish pink kind of colorway. And then for that handling, fantastic handling, nice and smooth as always. Tally Ho's handle fantastic no matter what. Smooth every which way. Pretty smooth. No issues there. Nice, fantastic handling. Right there. They spread pretty nice. And then one thing I always forget to talk about in every review, a little bit about the tuck box. Got that pretty like standard Tally Ho tuck box. But then the inside has that flower design, full custom interior, which I gotta start talking a little bit more about. I did it at the beginning when we first looked at it. And always I'll bring it up again at the end, just to say that's one thing that I like about the cards. It makes the deck a little bit more unique to have it in custom interior. But with that being said, I hope you enjoyed. This has been day 287 of your daily deck review. This has been the Plum Blossom Tally Ho playing cards. And I'm the Canadian Card Collector signing out. That's the video. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye.